Every culture has classic stories that are told to children from their infancy. For example, in every Russian speaking home, like in many European homes, one of these tales is Little Red Riding Hood. It is about a small girl with a red cap that is walking to her grandmother through a forest, and a wolf is first eating up her grandmother and then is eating her. In Jewish families, they also have stories that are told to children for generations and generations. One of these stories is about a famous Jewish sage, Rabbi Akiva. He was traveling and came to a village where he wanted to stay overnight, but no one agreed to let him in. The rabbi said, "I know that everything that happens in this world is directed by the kind Creator, and I'm sure that this should be for the best." But there was no hotels, and the rabbi had to spend his night in the forest. And Rabbi Akiva, like Little Red Riding Hood, went to the forest. The sage had a donkey on which he rode, a lamp for light, and a rooster for waking up in the morning. Just like in the story with Little Red Riding Hood, a wolf appeared, and he ate, even though not the grandmother, but the rooster. The rabbi was now left without an alarm clock. But he said, everything happens according to the will of the kind Creator, and I'm sure that this should be for the best. Then, just like in the European folktale, the wolf finds his second prey, though it was not a little girl, but a donkey. Now, the rabbi is left without a means of transportation. But he still insists everything that happens in this world is taking place by the will of the kind Creator, and I'm sure this will be for the best. Unlike in the non-Jewish fairy tale, the rabbi has a third misfortune. A strong wind blows out his lamp. But, as you might have guessed, the rabbi is still repeating, everything happens in the world by the will of the kind Creator, and that should be for the better. And he goes to sleep. When he wakes up, he learns that at night bandits attacked the village and killed everyone there. Now Rabbi Akiva understands that if he had stayed there, he would have suffered the same fate. If he would have had a donkey alive or rooster alive, the bandits would have heard them in the forest, and if he would have had a lamp, then they would see the fire and they would find him. Rabbi Akiva thanked the kind God for being alive and said, now I know that everything that happens is orchestrated by God and it is all for the best. I don't know what is the purpose of children being raised with the story about Little Red Riding Hood. They are learning that this world is a bad place and people suffer for no reason. There's no justice. Now we maybe understand why when these children grow up, they scream that this world is a dark and terrible world. Parents usually tell their kids to learn lessons from the books they read, but I think that in this case, the best that the parents can hope for is that their kids would not listen to them and would not learn any lessons from this fairy tale. The lesson from the Jewish story about Rabbi Akiva is very important, though. We often encounter painful incidents in our lives. No one denies that they can be very sad. But since we believe that everything in this world is orchestrated from above, we know that even painful experiences have a meaning and in the end, they bring to something positive. When we tell our children this story, we give them faith in this world, in fairness. We teach them that even in difficult situations, we need to look for glimpses of light.